Welcome back to the ARCA Zoomcast. I'm Casey Campbell, of course. Joining us on a very busy take a few minutes to spend with us, of course, is ARCA Menard Series PR Director Charlie Krall. Big week for you guys. It is championship.
It's the biggest
it
week
is.
for us.
Yes, and I've been waiting for this race all year since this was announced last year.
Yeah, it's really exciting. We got a lot going on here. I'm actually at the racetrack today prepping for our champion celebration that we're going to have on Friday night. And Casey, it's such an exciting time to be part of the ARCA Menard Series. We've got a fantastic championship battle coming up. We've got 2 points separating Nick Sanchez and Daniel Dye in the Drivers' Championship. We've got 1 point separating Kyle Busch and Billy Venerini in the Owners' Championship.
Yep.
And boy, it's just what a phenomenal season we've had. And it's all going to come down to kind of a winner-take-all scenario on Saturday. It's going to be great.
Yeah, of course, Toledo Speedway is back hosting the championship for the first time since 2011. Of course, that is where you are at right now, in front of a Menard sign. So let's talk about this. I know there's a lot of big stuff that you guys are planning this weekend. You mentioned a little bit about that dinner and the fan fest there. How can fans meet some ARCA champions and some drivers?
Really easy. All you got to do is show up here. So we're going to have a fan fest across the street at the Menards, located at 1415 East Alexis Road here in Toledo. Drivers, past champions, we'll have a couple of race transporters and maybe even a race car on display over there. Get a chance to get up and chat with the drivers and get an autograph, get your picture taken. And we're going to be giving away a ton of stuff. We've got t-shirts, we've got all kinds of prizes to give away, maybe even some tickets for those who are looking to come to the race. And then right after that, at 6 o'clock, we're going to open the doors here at the Toledo Speedway Bar and Grill for our past champion celebration. Bill and Kathy Venerini will be here, Billy Venerini, Andy Hillenberg. How about this? Bobby Bowser will be here. Hearing some rumors that Tracy Leslie might be here, which would be fantastic. Tracy is a former track champion in the late model division here before he made the leap up into the ARCA Menard Series. Car owner champion Ron Keselowski will be here. Grant Enfinger will be here to celebrate with the other champions. We'll have some crew chiefs like Mark Rett, Mark McFarland, Chad Bryant. It is going to be just a star-studded night.
Yep.
And Ralph Young, Benny Parsons' crew chief back in 1968 and 1969. Ralph will be here. Larry LeMay, who was Tracy Leslie's crew chief back in 1988. Yeah, man, we're going to have a ton of just stars from the ARCA Menard Series, past and present. And fans, you're welcome to join us. There is no cover charge to get here. Just come in, join us here at the Toledo Speedway Bar and Grill. If you want to eat, you just buy a meal ticket for $10, and we'll give you a hamburger and a hot dog and a bag of chips and something to drink. And yeah, so and the reason why, you might ask, well, why hamburgers and hot dogs? Well, John Markham, way back in the 1960s, called the ARCA Menard Series the hamburger and hot dog circuit. So that's kind of a throwback to John Markham and ARCA history right there. So yeah, it's going to be a great night on Friday. We've got a lot of stuff going on. We've got some media events on Friday here in town. I'm going to take some drivers over to my kids' high school and let them get up close to an ARCA Menard Series race car. The metal fabricating class there at Southview High School is going to get a chance to take a look at some race cars up close. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, Casey. It's going to be a fantastic couple of days.
Absolutely. And I know we're also going to have the champions downtown as well. So that'll be exciting, along with the mayor.
That's right. Mayor Wade Kapsakevich, a guy from my neighborhood there in West Toledo, will join us on Friday afternoon and welcome you and the rest of the media to ARCA Championship weekend.
It should be a fun weekend. You said it, 2 points.
You're coming, right?
Oh yeah, big time. This is the action track for crying out loud.
Yep.
So you talked about the championship between the owners championship and the drivers championship. It can't get any closer. And we thought about this, and we talked about this in the beginning of the season. We might see a really good championship, and we have.
So think about this, Casey. How many times this season has Daniel Dye finished within 2 positions of Nick Sanchez?
4 or 5, I want to say.
So if he finishes 2 positions in front of Nick on Saturday, they will tie for the championship.
Right.
I mean, we had a tie for the West championship last year. Wouldn't it be something if we had a tie for the ARCA National Tour championship this year? I don't play favorites, and I honestly don't. Well, I'm going to take that back. I do play favorites. Every one of these drivers is my favorite. I want all 24 of them to win on Saturday.
Yeah.
Realizing that only one of them can, of course, but I do. I pull for every one of them. I'm pulling for Daniel. I'm pulling for Nick. I want them both to go out there and like, I want Daniel to do what he needs to do to win the championship, but I also want Nick to go and do what he needs to do to go and win the championship. And just as a fan, as a race fan, it wouldn't get any better than a tie. Unfortunately, even with a tie, one driver will win and one will lose. And in that scenario, Nick would be our champion. But
right.
Just you talk about, they have been so close so many times this season. It's almost inevitable that that's how it's going to end up, don't you think?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's how the West, that's how to paraphrase, it's how the West was won. I think that's a movie.
Last year, it was how the West was won. And that was a last lap deal after one of the contenders already took the checkered flag.
Absolutely.
So we'll see how it works out. But
yeah,
we're really excited. We encourage everybody to head to their local Menard store here in Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan. Tickets on sale, adult general admission tickets, just $20. You can't beat it, man. So head on over to your local Menards and pick up your tickets, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody here on Saturday.
Absolutely. Also just kind of going in there, 24 cars entered this weekend, a lot of faces outside of the championship, but a lot of guys.
Hey, let me just brag a little bit.
Yeah.
For this race last year, and this race was held in May of 2021, we had 14 cars.
14 cars. Yep. I remember that.
So we are plus 10.
Yeah.
Plus 10 here in 2022. I think overall throughout the course of the year, we're almost up 10% on entries and drivers, and better's better. We wish we were at that 35 to 40 number that we were at 15 years ago, but better's better, Casey, and we're seeing some growth. We're seeing some interest from some people to come and race with us here in 2023, and we're closing it out strong here on the main tour and out west. We had 22 cars last week at All American. We'll be at or around that number, maybe even a couple of more there in Vegas, and then Phoenix, I think we'll have well over 30 on that entry list. So we're absolutely closing it out on a strong note. And yeah, man, 24 cars here. That's going to be a great show.
Yeah. You mentioned Grant Enfinger is going to be here. Of course, he'll be driving in the race as well. Andy Jankowiak is here. Matthew Gould is here from, of course, Nice Motorsports is here. And then, of course, the regular cast of characters. Morgan Baird's going to drive a Venturini car. Jeffrey McZink is here as well. So,
hey, think about what Morgan Baird has done in some lower funded rides over the course of his career. That's a great opportunity for him. It really is. If you've ever met Morgan Baird, he is such a positive young man. He is always happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in a Venturini car come Saturday afternoon.
Absolutely. It should be a fun one there. All right. Well, I'll let you.
All right, Casey, my coach is going to turn back into a pumpkin. I got to get going.
All right. Well, I'll let you get back to, I was just about to end. I'll let you get back to where you're going. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us. And of course, you can join us this weekend at Toledo Speedway for the ARCA Menard Series Championship, 4 p.m. on MAV TV, and Flow Racing if you can't.
Yeah, man. And the number one thing is if they show up here, they get to hang out with you.
Absolutely. All right.
Heck yeah, man. All right.